All right. Welcome in, everybody. Wild card weekend got started last night with the two games, and now we got three more coming at you live today. And you got the crew from Sunday morning quarterbacks coming at you live to get you handled here. We have an analyst joining from every team today, so we'll have head to heads throughout our three slate episode. So we got probably about a half hour to 45 minutes with you tapping in as usual. So you know the show is sponsored and powered by, where's it at? PickCity.com. Make sure to be checking them out at PickCity on their on Twitter and PickCity.com on their website. Also, Wise Guys Diamond Club sponsors the show as well. Still, wildcard weekend access is available. Not too late if you want to jump in. Just hit us up after the show. That's the easiest way to get there. We are live on the Sunday Morning QB's Twitter, so make sure to be giving us a like and retweet there. But hop over to YouTube, drop your best bets, talk some shit if you're a fan of any team. Who the hell cares? The chat is for you guys. It always gets wild. So let's hear what you're playing, what you want to think of us. I heard some people were coming at Sosa for I don't know what reason. It's never a good idea, but if they want to bring it into the show, it's more than welcome, but it's not going to end well if they try to do that.
It's because Josh Allen had a good playoff game. That's why.
Hey man, it is what it is, man. I expect it though. I expect it's. Listen, when you set a standard for yourself, I hope people hold you to it. That's fine. I'm totally accountable for how I act and how I move. But you know, if you're unhappy with yourself, that's your problem. You know, if your personal insecurities have got you upset at somebody on the internet that you don't fucking know, you're a fucking weirdo and a loser.
The dildo did make an appearance at the game again last
night.
It did. It's like a playoff tradition now at Buffalo. I just really want to talk to the guy who has to like sneak it in. I know it's like sub-0 degrees, so like you have like 8 layers on, so it's really, yeah. We'll just leave it there. Like, why are you sneaking it in, and how are you sneaking?
Man, they do all that weird shit up there. They throw themselves through tables. They got all kinds of weird ass shit going on up there in Buffalo.
Shout out to Bill's
I love
Mafia,
it though.
man.
Always respect Bill's Mafia.
This
is in no way trying to say anything bad about you. It's just love wild, and I love it, but it is what it is. So if you're in the chat with us here, drop who you're rocking with. If your team's playing today, drop your plays on who you think's going to cover, or just say who's going to win the 3 games today. It is what it is there. But let's get into the first game of the day. You got a head-to-head between the Diamond Club, between whatever the hell you want to call it. We got the Hungry Dogs versus the reigning champs. Michael is already asking us a question about the first half under, so we'll definitely let you be knowing our thoughts there. This line has had the most movement in it, I would say. So, Spin, let's talk about the line movement first before we break down the analysis, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And yeah, for the analysis, I will defer to you guys to go first on that edge because champions advantage, we go last.
Okay. That's
champions
fair.
Advantage goes last. So, all right.
You want me to go? You want me to go first?
No, we're going to talk about the line movement first, and then we'll get into the analysis.
So the line opened it up at 8 and went up to 8.5. And now is there was actually some indicators that there was sharp action on the Bucs, and there were actually a couple pro syndicates that were actually on the Bucs as well. But there has been a lot of steam very, very recently, all like up early this morning on the Eagles, which has actually bounced it down to 7.5. In an NFL game, I mean, it's still a 1 possession game. The difference between 8 and 7.5 isn't that gigantic. I think
until it is if you have the whichever number you have.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, unless you can get it 2 or under a touchdown, I if you're going to take a side at 8.5, I would say take it at 8. Same thing with if you're going to take a side at 8, I would say take it at 7.5. It's not till you get to 7, which is the touchdown threshold, that you start making those decision points. So,
and I'm glad you said that because I was literally just in Spaces explaining that because someone said, do you like the Eagles +7? And I said, no. Like, If you got the 8.5 earlier in the week, like I told you to, then cool. The 7, I'm staying away personally, even though this was a 6-point game with all of their players last time. But no, I'll let y'all.
Not all their players. Oh, not all their players, but we'll get into that.
Oh, that's right. Gronk didn't play, but everybody else did.
Not all their players. We'll get into that. Champions go last.
All right, so that's your line movement from spin. From my perspective, the likelihood that the game ends on 8, I mean, it's definitely possible, but that number to what they were saying is not unlikely, but it really shouldn't matter. The flat 7, you could be on Sosa's side and scare you off that, or if you don't like the flat 7, I'll be able to guarantee you that you can get a higher number live, because there's no way this game's just going to be cruising at the same spread or the Eagles from start to finish, because I don't think that's the way it would happen here. So let's see what else we got in the chat. We had a Bears joke coming in. We got someone dropping Gronk anytime touchdown score. And that's about it from the chat that we got going so far.
I would love to hear the Eagles analysis right now. Both of y'all hit me with it. Go.
I'll let Rex go, because his will probably be numbers based.
Nah, it's not numbers based. In the playoffs, you ain't scared about whoever you reach. It's really the easiest way. If you're an NFL franchise and you make the playoffs, you ain't scared about anybody, because you got a fighter's chance. And this is kind of just where defensively is where I have more of my concerns in this matchup, even with the Bucs being without Fournette and Antonio Brown, who played large factors into it. I'm still not trusting a rookie defensive coordinator in his first time going up against Arians and Brady. That's kind of one of my biggest concerns in this one, is when you've when you've got more of the veteran DCs that have caught Brady in the playoffs, that's where he stumbled more often. So that's just kind of where, if I'm going to make it a one-on-one game in that type of perspective, that would lean me to be backing the Bucs here. But offensively, I think the Eagles will be able to generate more points, not easier than last time, but at a better rate, because the next game after the Bucs in the beginning of the season, the Birds didn't have Lane Johnson. This offense, especially the running game, has been completely different. And that's kind of where Sirianni has kind of made his turnaround spot. Even though they got blown out to the Raiders the next week, they finally have just said, we're going to rush the ball. Sure, going up against the Bucs, you're not going to be able to do it as frequently as we have. So that's where the RPO and the play action, which is tougher to run because Hurts is never on their center. So the RPO is going to have to be, and Sosa's favorite way is the Chip Kelly offense is going to have to come back out with Hurts and the RPO to be able to move the ball up and down the field. And I think Devonta Smith is going to be the X factor here, because he needs to have 9 catches for 125 if we're going to win this game outright.
I like 2 guys today one guy who's been maligned all year to play well. That I like Jalen Reagor to have a good game today. I'm calling my shot with the guy. He's had a rough year. Every time he catches the ball or touches the ball or comes in for a punt return at home, he gets booed. Crazy stat. Henry Ruggs went to jail week 8, had 469 yards. Jalen Reagor played a whole season and had 299. He's a first-round pick, much maligned guy. I think today he has a good game. I like his props. This is my analysis from this game. I went to the first game. I saw Godwin play. I saw AB play. I saw O.J. Howard catch a touchdown, which was expected because the offensive line, or because the Eagles struggle against tight ends. I saw Fournette and AB convert 7 third downs in that game, neither of whom will be playing today. I know this is the Bucs' first playoff game at home since Brady has been the quarterback. The Super Bowl doesn't count, right? Because it's a neutral site, right? Because that's what they'll say. But we all know, they played in the stadium with less than capacity fans too. So it is what it is. I just think that Philadelphia, they're trending in the right direction at the right time. They run the ball. Obviously, that has been a strength of this Tampa Bay defense. Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh, they've been great at stuff in the run most of the year. And then every single person who's faced this team as a quarterback has been able to pass on them. It does not matter whom the quarterback is. I'm not making this up. The numbers support it. The only person that really fucking struggled against Tampa was Carson Wentz, but we know he sucks. He stinks. Like he's the only one out of like the last that really struggled against him, and they didn't really need to throw the ball against to beat Indy. Leonard Fournette went crazy. My expectation here is if you got the 8.5 to start the week, I'm on the 8.5. That's why I bet spin on Monday.
That's right.
And then spin one last thing before you go. Dan or Dove Kleiman, our man Roddy retweeted it. He's still partying from Georgia that the inactives include Ronald Jones Jr., Kenyon Barter, as well as Murphy Bunting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of those were expected or not, or already expected, but those were confirmed 10 minutes ago.
So I don't. And are we? Am I dropping all my plays or am I?
Let's hear Spin's analysis. Then
we'll let you go first. You want me to play We Are the Champions, or are you good?
No.
Okay, all right.
No. We're the defending champions. We haven't won shit this year. I like
that. But until you lose, you hold the title.
That's right. All right. So I will hit you with some numbers. So Bucks are second in defensive run DVOA. Now, you might say that the Eagles have been running more and have some speed to get to the outside. We did not have Levante David last time. We have him today. The other thing that we have that we did not have last time was a whole shit ton of Joe Tryon, rookie from Washington. Dude is electric on the outside, has speed upon speed upon speed. A little bit undersized, but the dude is fast. And ever since his snap count has gone over 75%, the average amount per rush of teams rushing to the outside against the Bucks has plummeted. So I don't see how the Eagles do what they did last time and getting to the outside. The other thing is we talked about the Eagles against tight ends. They're 32nd in points allowed to tight ends. Gronk is back. I would take any of Gronk's props today. I would take Cameron Brate to score a touchdown today. The other thing is that, look, I was there last week, and there ain't no lessened capacity for fans. Y'all heard the video that I made, and you could barely hear me because those fans are insane. It is going to be a hostile atmosphere versus last time it was at home. Bucks on a short, or both teams on a short week versus a full week to prepare. The other stat I want to throw out is Eagles on the road against teams with winning records this season. 0-2 with defeats by 20 and by 11, both well within this spread. This is a game where I can see the Eagles hanging early, so I would not take anything on Tampa for the first half, but I will definitely say that after halftime and after any halftime adjustments, I see the Bucks opening this up, and I'll say it right now. If I'm wrong, you can give me shit on Twitter. I've said it to Sosa all week. Bucks by 14, 26-12 final. Oh, Sosa, you're on mute.
You said, wasn't Zach Wilson able to move the ball against this defense?
What's that?
Wasn't Zach Wilson able to move the ball against this bum-ass defense?
With half our starters.
Oh, okay.
With half our starters.
It's fucking Zach Wilson, bro. He's throwing a FedEx drivers.
So now, Rex, you talked about Murphy Bunting. I did expect Murphy Bunting to be out. I expected Rojo to be out. I was 50-50 on Carlton Davis. He is back, which will definitely help in the secondary. I think this is a case too where, and I said this in the Diamond Club, this is not an indictment against the Eagles at all. This is just a team, even with the injuries and the other stuff that they've had, just having too many weapons and having too many weapons that counteract what their opponent does. So I think that Ray James is going to be lit. Shit, Ray James was lit last week for a game against Carolina, who is horrible. That the crowd was nuts all game. So the other thing that to keep in mind too is that if you're going to do any speed routes or any downfield stuff, or if you're going to do any outside stuff, it was raining in Tampa all night. There were scattered thunderstorms now down in that part of Florida. It will rain like crazy for like 20 minutes and then it'll stop. But as of 6:30 in the morning, the field was, the stadium was pretty wet. They covered the field just before it started raining, but it might be a little wet and a little sloppy. But for me personally, I don't see Hurts in his first playoff start and Sirianni, so the combo, in his first playoff game coaching, being able to do a whole lot against his team. Y'all know me. Y'all have heard me. I haven't. I have been the first one to admit when my team won't cover. I even said earlier in the season when they played the Rams, I said the Rams are going to beat us, and they did. So this is just one where I have a supreme level of confidence in my squad. And obviously the X factor, like it was last year, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. There's my Skip Bayless impression. So again,
well, I just want to say the 2 games you shouted out where the Birds got crushed by, the latest was October 24th. So just keep that in mind.
But they also haven't played a team with a winning record on the road since then.
You can only play who's in front of you, boss.
All right. We'll see.
You brought up Carolina. Y'all might as well have played against Little Sisters of the Poor last week. It's fucking Carolina. They stink. The coach stinks. The quarterback stinks.
And we took care of business.
The players don't like the head coach.
All right.
But y'all took care of business. Listen, you can only play who's in front of you, right? Right? And I know when y'all played the Saints, y'all didn't score. At home. That was embarrassing.
Okay.
Embarrassed. I just like pointing out bad games.
No, that's fine.
I'm not worried. Fine. I'm not worried. Like I said, if you got the 8.5, I think, like I said, the Eagles are going to keep I think the Eagles keep it close all game. Tom Brady did throw a pick today. I'll guarantee it. He throws a pick.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I guarantee he throws an interception. I believe right now it's interception props at plus money. If you're smart, get on it now. You probably get it at even money. Right now it's at plus 102 on FanDuel. I believe that Brady throws a pick today. I also, like I said, I believe in Hurts. I'm a Hurts guy. If Jalen Hurts keeps this game close, he's going to give the organization the utmost confidence in him as the starter long term. I think that this is Jalen Hurts' real job interview. I really believe that. I believe that today is his job interview. I think that if he performs well today, win or lose, I think it gives the organization the belief that they have a guy that they have that they can keep long term at quarterback. I think it allows you to go into the offseason with 3 first-round picks, knowing that question at quarterback's been answered. And partially because you've been able to install an actual offense that fits his skill set. He's not in a situation where the coach was asked at the beginning of the year, they were asking him to do things he wasn't good at. Since midseason, they've installed an offense that fits him, and he's one of the few quarterbacks that would be able to run this offense because they've installed a power running game with a dominant offensive line. A power running game from a quarterback is very rare. You're not going to get that very often because not too many guys are built to take contact as quarterbacks. When you're able to run it, it gives you a direct advantage at the quarterback position, even if you don't have a big arm. And I think that Hurts also, he should be commended for the fact that your number 1 receiver is a rookie and the second best receiver is a tight end who you paid, but you had to wait for the other guy to get out the building to really get an opportunity to get on the field. So with everything, like I said, I believe today that Jalen Hurts answers those questions. Whether he wins the game is to be seen. This Tampa Bay team is defending champions. They have the best football player of all time best quarterback of all time, because we all know the best football player of all time was Lawrence Taylor. No disrespect to anyone else, but we're talking about best football player ever. Lawrence Taylor. For me.
I won't disagree.
For me. But again, in this matchup, the play, I'm gonna actually read off every play that I like today in this game.
Before you go to that, so before we drop and give out the official cards here, one thing that we had to get back to was one of the plays that got dropped. I now see why Michael B was asking this one. The Mush Network it's a great think tank. What they do there, they have I think more than 7 or 10 of their analysts are on it. I got that DM, so that's why that question came in there. What else was I going to say about this game? Yeah, you said, which led to that question, Spin. You said 26-12. So you like the under as well.
I do.
Is that in the official card? Because if not, we can just go to the official cards then and wrap up and get into our next game. Because I was just trying to buy time, but we are good now.
No, that's okay. No, actually, yeah, I will put the under. I will also, so I would also not be surprised. I don't know if I feel strong enough to give it officially. I would not be surprised if Eagles cover first half, Bucks cover full game. That's how I see it playing out.
Yeah, and Sosa, to your point, I believe I'm already sold in Hurts. It is what it is on that point. I don't think today's his tryout game. I'm already sold that he's
because you're a fan.
Contract for 2 more years.
That's because you're a fan.
No, he's under contract for 2 more seasons. They're going to ride it out for those 2 seasons. His tryout is the next 2 years to see if he gets the next deal.
See, the thing is,
they're not going to make a move this offseason.
Here's why I don't agree with that. Here's why. You had a quarterback that signed a $100 million contract, and they drafted him in the 2nd round.
Yeah, and my reasoning behind that.
So listen, it
that
was
a good
right decision. It looks like the right decision right now, right?
And it was a petty decision to throw shit at Dallas, in my opinion.
No, absolutely. But for me, in regards to Jalen Hurts, is that when you have a guy like Howie Roseman running the show, where his ego has gotten in the way before,
yep.
and he thought he's the smartest guy in the room, this is what guys like him do. Because let's say, for instance, Jalen Hurts goes out here and has an absolute stinker, he can point to that as to why he drafts a mid-tier quarterback in the draft coming up. That's why I say that. It's no disrespect to Jalen. Everything he's shown.
No, I know where you're coming.
He's shown us, the visual says he's the guy. This is a team that was supposed to be in a rebuild that made the playoffs with a guy who hadn't started 16 games entering the season. That in itself was a successful season for them. But again, if Jalen Hurts comes out today and does not perform at a high level, Howie Roseman will have that in his pocket to say, this is why I drafted another fucking quarterback. This is the same fucking guy on record that said, I want to have a quarterback factory, which is a fucking term for college teams, not NFL teams. He said he wanted a fucking quarterback factory. That's a college term. That's a Nick Saban term.
I think the Nate Sudfeld to end the season last year, it was just living in his brain for forever and ever, and that's why he doesn't want to. I mean, you got Minshew back there.
That sounds like some Matt
there already.
Fuck that guy.
That sounds like some Matt Rule shit where he starts Darnold and then uses Cam and we're going to use all of our quarterbacks.
It took Jay-Z 7 years, and then he starts saying dumb shit like it took Jay-Z 10 years. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like you fucked up. Just admit it.
Dude, this is not the Big Ten. This is not the ACC.
That's all.
Well, Roseman just has the best third of all time on Lurie, and that's why he's still there. But Sosa, let's rattle off this card and get into the next one.
Right. For me today, I like the Eagles. Like I said, I had the Eagles plus 8.5. If you didn't get it earlier, shame on you. Official plays for today. Keyshawn Vaughn, anytime touchdown, plus 135. Tyler Johnson, anytime touchdown, plus 250. Cameron Brate, anytime touchdown, plus 400. Devontae Smith over 45.5 yards at minus 110. Devontae Smith at over 3.5 receptions at minus 136. A little bit of juice there. Not really loving it, but it is what it is. My 2 last plays are Jalen Reagor over 1.5 catch. It's at minus 130. Again, I've already called the shot with him. I think he has a good game. And my final play of the day will be Tyler Johnson. Longest reception over 15.5 yards.
I like that.
I do believe he will be utilized a lot today. You can take a ticket on any receiver that would be replacing the role of AB and Chris Godwin, just based on the volume of snaps that they're going to have and opportunities that they'll have in the passing game. When you're down to your third running back, you obviously have a good offensive line. You would like to lean on your run game, but I don't know if that's going to be the remedy here. I think that the quick passing game is what Brady is going to go to. And I think that the direct beneficiary will be Tyler Johnson and whoever is playing inside the slot. But that's all I like for today. Spin Doctor, it's on you, my guy.
All right. So I actually a little parlay if you can do it. I actually would parlay both quarterbacks to throw an interception. So Brady's at plus 100, Hurts is at minus 130. You can probably get that one for plus 230 something, 240 something. Wouldn't go crazy on it, but like I said, both quarterbacks to throw an interception. I like. I agree 100% with the Cameron Brate. I also like, because he's back today, and because he was such an integral part of their offense when they did do quick passing, I like Gio Bernard over 2.5 receptions at plus 110. I also like Gio Bernard to score a touchdown at plus 200. The other one that I would give out, if you want a first touchdown sprinkle, I would like Gronk first touchdown plus 700. And I also would like, I would not be surprised if Le'Veon scores at plus 190. So any other props that I like for this one, I think, like I said, I think you can take any of Gronk's receptions. I would not be surprised if Gronk had 7 receptions today. So you can go over 6.5 on an alt line. And then obviously, because obviously I said the score, I would also take a sprinkle on a Bucs alt line. That's what I got.
All right. I was rocking with Sosa earlier in the week with the spread on the bird, so you already know that. I like Hurts to have over 17.5 completions at plus 114. I do honestly believe we'll be behind for majority of the game here. It'll be within a 1 or 2 point score right within the number, so I think they'll be forced to throw a little bit more often here. The Sanders under rushing attempts, I believe you can get that at 11.5. That wouldn't be the worst angle. It's not an official play from my end, but I do believe they're going to utilize other people in the backfield today than I think Sanders. And then if you want, I'm trying to get the receptions line on the last one, because I honestly think that they might put Gainwell as a wide receiver today.
Only thing I just want to touch on real quick, I saw my guy Luke Murphy and a few other people were talking about Scotty Miller over 8.5 yards. I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it. Even before or even after AB was cut and Godwin got hurt, Miller's snap count has still only been in the 20% range. They've been going with Tyler Johnson and Brashad Perriman a ton more. So I know that Miller was kind of a playoff darling, and he caught that really long one against Green Bay in the playoffs. So I mean, with the 8.5, it's a small number, so he really needs one catch to do it. But in his last 3 games, he's only gotten 2 targets and has a snap count of less than 20%. So I wouldn't go crazy on this one, but with a short number like that, I mean, I can't blame you if you sprinkle on it. I'm just saying is that for anybody thinking that because it's the playoffs that he's going to step in and kind of take the big role that he had last year, the Bucs have been pretty much on record in that they're going to go a lot more 2 tight end sets, because with Brayton Gronk, they're going to look, because remember, they didn't have Gio Bernard last year either. So that's another passing game option. And they also didn't have Brashad Perriman last year. So I wouldn't talk you off of it, but I would also say like don't think you're going to bet like 30 units on it and it's going to cash easily.
I like Miller over Perriman today, in my opinion. No?
Yeah, I'm deep.
Here's listen. This is my last thing in regards to this game. I'm gonna say, okay. Mike Evans was in fucking jail the last time they played. Okay, he ain't gonna be the guy that Brady's looking to beat them. Darius Slay gonna have him locked up. The other guy on the outside and the tight ends are gonna be the guys.
Yep.
I think Perriman playing on the outside can still, and he still has the top end speed. Like I said, for me, it's Tyler Johnson. I like Scotty Miller's kind of been an afterthought. He's really hasn't even been seeing the field. You know what I mean? Like they play. The only reason Scotty was getting snaps, and correct me if I'm wrong, Spin Doc, is because after Jalen Darden turned the ball over against Washington, he hasn't seen the fucking field.
Correct.
Jalen Darden took his job.
Correct.
It's just since Jalen Darden fumbled a little slant that got popped in the air against Washington, he hasn't been getting the playing time. But if like Scotty Miller's role has been lost, I think in this year he's shown like he's not really that great of a football player. He's just fast.
All right. Let's get into the next game. Alex, that wasn't very nice, your comment. You could have said
it's all good. It's all good. Man, all the love, man. It's all love.
Bring in our man. Now we got a different head-to-head. So maybe me and Spin will top out. Now we'll keep it here and here because I don't know what side Spin's rocking with, but it's probably pretty obvious who I like in this one. But from the NBA Jam Zone, our main man, Eddie, Simba, how you doing today? You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Doing good. I'm doing good. How about y'all, man? It's a beautiful morning. It's not cold outside.
I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, feeling like Jesus himself on a Sunday morning.
Hey,
I didn't go to church, so clearly I'm not scared.
Yeah. I am not going to say a word about this game until these two are done tearing into each other. I'm on mute.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna start by saying that today the 49ers of San Francisco are playing against a class organization, one of the greatest organizations in the history of professional sports. It's the most valuable of all the franchises in all of sports worldwide. Lots of money. They got Micah Parsons, who's a weirdo, and they got Trayvon Diggs, who had 11 picks, and teams just keep throwing the ball at him because he's so good. I know they got Amari Cooper, who might as well have not fucking played this year. They got CeeDee Lamb, who's really good. I know his dentist, the guy who did his teeth, really good dude. What else can I say? They got a great quarterback, front runner for comeback player of the year. They got a really good running back who has 2 nose rings and wears a tank top. Am I forgetting anything? Generational offensive lineman. The left tackle's really fucking good. The Zach Martin's really good. Man, I just hope we can compete today. I just hope that we can go out there and give it our best. And I hope that we can keep it. I think we win, but they're just so good. They're so good. You know what I mean? They beat 2 fucking playoff teams all fucking year. Apparently we play in the hardest division in all of football, but I mean, a monsoon against the Colts. We watched on Sunday night, a couple perfect throws by Aaron Rodgers. But we're out here today and we can only hope to compete with the mighty Dallas Cowboys today. And
I'm about to remove you real soon.
Hold on real quick. I say all that to say, fuck the Dallas Cowboys and their entire fucking fan base because we're going to beat the dog shit out of that really class organization. Fuck Jerry Jones. Fuck Dak Prescott. Fuck Dallas as a record label altogether. If you're not in our division, we're not going to have no problems with y'all. Like us with the points. Y'all can say what y'all want about Jimmy G. I know he get it done in the playoffs, though. And that's that. Last time I seen him playing a playoff game, he was in the Super Bowl. I expect nothing less this year. We got the best play caller in football. We got the best scheme in football. We're the most physical team in football. We're gonna dominate. We're gonna dominate the trenches just like we have all year. And that's my expectation. But welcome in, Eddie. Welcome in, bro. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I think you guys have a great football, a great organization, organization, one of the best ever in sports.
Hey, I'm glad you came around, man.
Whoop y'all's ass.
I'm glad you came around to the light. I'm glad you actually see the truth. Hey, look, it's only right that you set yourself up for what is going to happen today. Right. See, I see you laying out all the excuses, right? This team is just a great team. I get it. I mean, Jimmy G in the playoffs is really, really good. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns and 3 picks in 4 games.
But how good is he at handing it off, though? Tell me how good he is at handing it off.
I mean, he's great. He's great. He does good turning his back to the defense. Real good in handing that hand out.
Sorry, Michael.
I don't know, man. Look, this game is the more and more I think about it. Like you said, look, I'm not scared. There's nothing to be afraid of the Santa Clara 49ers. There's nothing to be afraid of that team. look, you guys had a good stretch of football. You guys got somewhere where you needed to be, which is the playoffs, right?
Where's your stadium located again?
You snuck in. It's in Arlington.
Oh.
You snuck in. I like what you put on
across the street from a fucking Walmart, by the way.
Right? I like what you put on the timeline. I like what you put the San Francisco 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys of Arlington, but you left out Santa Clara. It's good. It's good. Yeah, see, look, you guys had a good stretch. You guys remind me of the Raiders, right? You did something you weren't supposed to do. You got into the playoffs. And you're not even supposed to be here. So you did that. Round of applause. Now we're going to help you out, and we're going to send you to vacation early.
This man just got on the show and lied. Everybody and their mom had us in the playoffs before the season started. This was expected.
I'm talking, expectations before the season and then middle of the season. Come on, man. You guys weren't supposed to make the playoffs after going what was it? I don't even know what you guys started
preseason.
I'm glad you mentioned that. But that also shows you how much better we are than 90% of the NFL. Because even when we're not supposed to, we made it.
So the Raiders are better than 90% of the NFL too, I would assume.
Yeah, they made the playoffs.
Same argument, right?
They was in the playoffs, right? They played yesterday, right?
Look, you guys play in the hardest division. I'll give you that. You did lose two times to a 10-win team, to a 10-loss team.
Once with a rookie quarterback, starting, and once with a rookie quarterback coming in for the hurt starting quarterback. But again, great point you made without any context.
We beat a team with a quarterback that has thrown 0 NFL snaps, NFL passing attempts. But like I said, man, the Niners
against Minnesota.
Yeah, it was against Minnesota.
Oh, what's going on with their head coach that coached that game?
Hey, man.
Oh, he
probably got fired because he lost to Cooper Rush. I mean, that's probably the day he got fired.
It was more the team. It's like the scene in Gone in 60 Seconds where the guy's like, God, this man can drive, and his boy's like, it's probably the car. You know what I'm saying? Not a really good driver. It's the car.
Hey, the Niners got a great rushing attack on offense. Super, super good. Way better than the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, 47 yards better than the Dallas Cowboys.
Per game?
Way better. No. 47 yards total.
On the season.
Cowboys. Yeah, way better. Their quarterback has been stellar down the stretch. 7 touchdowns and 6 picks in 6 games. So I mean, you guys are just awesome, man. Your defense, I will give it to you. Your defense is really, really good. But the Cardinals, the Eagles, the Bengals, they put tape out there for you guys, man. So we're gonna see today. In no way am I afraid of a run game being just bottled up. In no way am I afraid of Dak just laying an egg. In no way am I afraid of Debo or Smokey or anybody else. Whoever decides to show up from the Friday cast on today is not going to matter, bro. It's not going to matter.
Debo
finna not going to matter.
You ain't going to be talking after you watch.
Nah, I got respect for Debo. I got respect for Debo. I'm going to leave him out of it. I got respect for Debo. But look, Jimmy G is going to be forced to have to win this game. And like we seen last night with Derek Carr trying to walk down the Bengals and throwing a late pick, that's what we're going to see. Dallas Cowboys win by 7. Book it. It's over with. Take an alt line. Do whatever you need to do. Don't bet the game. I don't care. Watch the game. Enjoy the game. Eat some good food, family and friends. Have a few drinks. And then show up at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time for ultimate slander on the Twitter timeline. Because after this show, I will not be saying anything else about this game.
We're going to beat the dog shit out of y'all. I ain't worried about y'all.
Nothing else.
Not even remotely worried about the Dallas Cowboys.
You keep saying that. So what's the score going to be? 2 scores?
We're going to win. That's all that matters.
Okay, just a win. All right.
Y'all are favored. We supposed to lose. Y'all, am I lying? Y'all supposed to win. We going to win, and that'll be that. We're going to win the game.
Hey, so every favorite won yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bills, Bucks. Chiefs are going to when did Chiefs play this morning?
So, no, they played at 4. They played tonight. Who
plays this morning? Oh, the Eagles and the
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks are going to win. Hey, look, we're going to see something we haven't seen in a wild card weekend in a long time when all the favorites are going to win.
I doubt it.
All the favorites are going to win.
I doubt that.
Yeah, but like I said,
listen, let's get to the plays, man. Let's get to the plays. I'll ramble mine off real quick.
I was about to say, I got one play and one play only for this one. Spin,
What is it?
do you have any, before we get to the play, Spin, I know you capped this game. You want to give 2 minutes, quick thoughts on it, and then to get Sosa and Eddie ready to go through the plays because we still need our next two analysts to join.
Man, I've just been so entertained by this that I'm all discombobulated now. No, I don't know if I can support the alt line here. I think that it will be a close game. I have 49ers covering pretty comfortably. And then I have it coming down to the last possession. So that my only look right now for this one would be on 49ers covering.
I like that.
Covering or winning?
Covering.
Okay. All right.
I like how you tried to stay neutral there. That's fine.
All right.
I'm good on my own here. It's cool. I got this. I can hold this down by myself.
All the analytics behind this play, all the numbers I spent day in and day night going over, and it's the 49ers money line at plus 145.
You know ball. Listen,
I knew what I was walking into.
My plays in today's game. Dak Prescott interception. Elijah Mitchell over 79.5 yards at minus 110. Brandon Ayuk over 48.5 yards at minus 110. Nick Bosa to record a sack at minus 120. Yeah. The only time I support any of those MAGA guys is when he straps it up for my squad. That's all. Like I said, man, I'm not worried about this Dallas team. I seen Dak Prescott go crazy against a couple of practice squads to end the season. I seen him go crazy against some FedEx drivers playing in the secondary for Washington and playing for the Eagles. It's been nothing but stat padding. I'm still yet to see this offense perform well against a good defense in weeks. They played cupcakes to end the season. They put up a 50 ball against 17 backups from the Eagles. If y'all want to go ahead and crown a team that, in my opinion, has been overrated all year, then go for it. I'm a Niner fan. My team's going to handle business. We're going to dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's how I feel. Eddie, it's on you, my boy.
Yeah. Dak Prescott, 300-plus yards, plus 134. I also like where's my guy? Oh, wow, they don't have him on here. Oh, Dalton Schultz, over 39.5 receiving yards, minus 110. You could play that up to –
You like him to do that against Fred?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Plus 50-plus yards, plus 146. And CeeDee Lamb's getting off today. Over 62.5 yards, played up to 70 yards. And his alt line on that is hey, you guys got K1 back?
I believe he's playing today.
Yeah, plus 114. He'd get cooked in the slot. Yeah, so those are the three plays I like, and I like the Dallas alt spread the most. That's probably the only play I'll play today is the minus 5.5, plus 120, I think it was. Or yeah, I think it was 120. Dallas Cowboys win today. Like you said, we are going to control the trenches in this game. We got a stellar front seven. Tyron Smith is back in the game. La'el Collins is going to handle work against Nick Bosa. Zach Martin, all-pro Hall of Famer. You already know who that guy is. Micah Parsons is going to be in the backfield a lot. Jimmy G, hey, get the ball out quick or just hand it off, man, because we're coming. We're coming.
So basically, Jimmy just do his job. That won't be a problem.
Hey, when you're behind 14 points, it's going to be kind of hard to turn around and hand the ball off 30 times.
Oh, word? I'm glad you said that. What happened last week when we was down 14?
Hey,
against the Hall of Fame D lineman and the first team All-Pro corner.
I can't speak for a shitty coach in whatever that McVay.
Notice he didn't answer the question.
Can't speak for him.
Notice he did not answer the question.
Can't speak for him. Hey, you guys did what you were supposed to
clear. Eddie did not answer the question I just asked.
Got to give it to you.
Did not ask the question. Did not answer the actual question. That's all I'm saying.
That coach, they got it. Look. I'm not here to defend the Rams. I'm here to talk about the Cowboys.
Perfect. But yeah, like I said, that's all the plays I have. We're gonna win. Simple as that. And after the game, we'll still be friends.
Always. It's just a game.
But we're gonna whoop y'all ass. It is just a game, but we're gonna whoop y'all ass. We're gonna beat the shit out of y'all.
I'm clipping all of this too.
Great.
Go for it. Tag SMQ.
Go for it. Write it down. Take a picture. Take a video. Record it.
Hold on.
Send it to your friends.
Say it again.
Fuck the Cowboys. We finna smoke y'all.
Eddie, well, if you win, you'll be back next week. If not, you'll have to listen to Sosa yell at the.
Oh no! He not back next week. Them niggas losing. It's over. It's over.
You won't hear from me until 4:30 Pacific.
Right. Y'all better start talking about who y'all drafted.
I'm gonna turn my phone off after this. I'm just letting you guys know.
Solid.
Well, Eddie, I hope you have a go and make sure you're checking out the Jam Zone as well for your NBA needs. All right, last game of the day. We got the Steelers and the Chiefs. Let's just hope it's a little bit more entertaining than the last one, or is it going to be a Sunday night beatdown? Our main man Chuck coming in here from Kingdom Cast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Is Jammer ducking the smoke again? Is he doing this again, man? Like, what's the deal? What's going on, Jammer? Jammer, do you know what's up? I mean, I guess you know what's about to happen tonight, apparently, since you don't want to come on the show.
He's fully aware. I think he's aware. I think he's fully aware of what's going down.
How high does the alt line on the Chiefs go?
I don't know, man. I ain't really looked at the alt line, but maybe it's not high enough. I don't know.
How high can we take it?
I don't know. We might be able to take it up to 3 touchdowns.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, what are you liking for this game? What are you seeing? How's it going to be different than the last one? Or who is there any pro Steelers? Essentially, Chuck, just give us your thoughts in a nutshell here because it's 13-point spread. Whew.
Yeah. I personally, with the spread, I think Vegas might got it right. Some books you still maybe get it at 12.5, but 13 that might be about the right number because I think this time the Steelers gonna make it just a little more competitive. I mean, the eyes gonna be tuned in just a little longer. I'm not saying that we're gonna be like Buffalo last night and just throttle the Patriots from start to finish, but eventually I think we're gonna look like us. It's just that the talent is going to be too much to overcome in this one. Ben Roethlisberger, he's one of the most clutch quarterbacks of his generation, but we know what he is at this point. Like he's about done. He's cooked. I expect our guys to lock in on defense and have a solid game. Like if I had to pick a Steeler to score a touchdown in this game, it'll probably be Deontay Johnson again. He's gonna be I feel like he's gonna be our biggest problem still. Even with Juju coming back, I'm not sure how effective Juju's gonna be. I'm not sure he's gonna be involved, but he can open up some things, and then they get Pat Fryer moved back too. Ben's gonna be looking for him on third downs. If they get in like third long situations, sometimes third and short. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be too much, man. I just really don't see how the Steelers compete for all 4 quarters. I really don't. And what I've seen from our end, as far as the Chiefs is concerned, Travis Kelce been going scorched earth in the postseason. I know last year he had 100 yards in every game in the postseason. He had 8 or more catches. Patrick was targeted quite a bit. He had like 10 targets and then 15 targets the last 2 games, even in the Super Bowl loss. So I think Patrick and Travis Kelce, they get back on board, go scorched earth in this one, man. So that's what I got, man. I really just don't see how the Steelers can compete for all 4 quarters in this game.
Yeah,
We got our man Stephen Harrison just saying the Steelers are going to lay it out. Tomlin as a dog is always a great angle to be backing here. And it's just you have to be a complete contrarian or you're just watching film or I don't know what the hell you're spinning off that first appearance. Sure, you can't take it's one game. You can't take it all like that. But From what I've seen in the first one, Chuck, I have to be almost riding with you 100% here, just because regardless, unless the Chiefs defense just reverts back to what it was in the first 4 weeks of the season, that's the only way I see this one being any bit close.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you guys. There's prep and there's desire and hustle and all that stuff, but then there's just the talent disparity, and that's what we have here, especially in the trenches right now. So, Steelers offensive line just isn't there right now. It's the same one that the Chiefs just absolutely smacked. So I can see it being close early. So I guess maybe a line or a look you could get is to wait until to see if you can get it below 13, see if you can get it under 10, and then bet the Chiefs live. But there's just too much talent disparity here, and the Chiefs do too many things well that the Steelers struggle with. And that's for me what I look for more than just is one team better than the other. It's does one team do things well that the other struggles with, and we have a whole host of those here. So if I'm probably not going to bet this one pregame. If I was, I would. It's for me, it's Chiefs or nothing. I am going to look to see if Pittsburgh can at least just do some ball control to keep the score reasonably close early, so I can get them under 10 and then fire live.
This is my only minus prop. I got one play for each of the games today, and spin. I was kind of in the same ballpark with you until I was searching the market. And I think the largest lead over 16.5 points at minus 114 is the way to go here.
I like that one.
I got a full unit on this one. Chiefs don't have to cover the full game. They just got to be up by 17 at one point, which I think they can be up by 3 scores at any point. God forbid the Steelers get it. I still cash. So it really doesn't matter. It's either team. It's minus 114. You just got to look in like your prop markets. But I think the largest lead we see is over 16.5.
Yeah, and then the only prop that I want to give up for this game is Freiermuth over 3.5 receptions. Minus 115. I would prefer it to be minus 110 or minus 105, but the targets will absolutely be there.
So what are you thinking since you had to step out for a second? You're on mute.
I think it's a lot of points. I feel like this is a shit ton of points. Especially facing a coach a coach with championship pedigree, but then again, you saw Josh Allen just absolutely eviscerate the fucking New England Patriots last night. I like Pittsburgh with the points. I think they keep the game closer than I think a lot of people are anticipating here. That's just how I personally feel. That's a lot of points, bro. That's an awful lot of points. Getting Juju back, I guess, helps. A couple more throws underneath, get open underneath. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs go up by a lot, and the Pittsburgh Steelers make it look competitive at the end. One of those types of deals. We think we all know who the more talented team here. We all know what the expectations are from both these teams, but it's something about a team that has nothing to lose.
Yeah, and that so I'm 100% with you on this one, and that was why I kind of went with my hope is that at least through part of the first half that Pittsburgh can keep it close, so then you can get a live line of 9.5 or less, because I think that 10 is extremely doable. But yeah, that's it. I can definitely see Steelers backdoor covering on this one.
Chuck, anything to go against what Sosa said there? Or you just want to give out your plays because we get kickoff in about 25 minutes?
Since the Buffalo blowout happened last night, it is possible that we up 17 late and then they somehow just get a backdoor cover at the end. That isn't play, but I'm not gonna touch the spread because, like I said earlier, I think Vegas is kind of like right on the money with it. So, here's a couple of my plays, man. I think Patrick Mahomes gonna scorch earth today. TJ Watt, he's gonna be a little healthier, but the Watt family hasn't had good history against us. Seems like we know how to neutralize those guys, man. So I got Patrick Mahomes 3+ TDs at plus money at plus 145. When you got one of the best players in the league against, a somewhat suspect still a secondary, you just take advantage of it. So, and then if I had to pick one guy that goes for 2 touchdowns today, that's Travis Kelce. So plus 450, you do that one. Receiving yards, 80+ receiving yards at plus 108. You can do Travis Kelce on that as well. And I got Deontay Johnson anytime touchdown plus 200. And then I think I got the under 46.5. I think that will squeak just under the number. So that'll be my final play on that.
I like that under spot there.
So yeah.
I really don't think not many people are going to be trying to be rocking that under here. And gosh, our one man Steve, he commented he thinks the Steelers team total over is the way I'm interpreting that is the safest play. I need whatever you're going with this morning because that's some confidence and I like it. Chiefs win 34-20 from Woo B. Like that one as well.
So Woo B got the over on that. So yeah, let's see what happens, man. But I expect Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce to get that strong Wi-Fi going and just go score sturf on this Steelers defense. So.
All right, so that's going to wrap up our show for today. Right about at the hour mark, covered the 3 playoff games in depth. You had multiple plays dropped in each of them here. We were first. We weren't joined by anyone in the first. Then we were joined by Eddie, and we got our main man Chuck from Kingdom Cast. So make sure to be checking them out for their post-game show. Are you doing a pre-game show today as well?
No, we're just going to do the post-game.
All right, so get in there for the post-game and dance with Chuck, or we might be going in there to see if the worst of the worst happens, but I don't think that happens at all. Make sure to be giving Kingdom Cast subscribe on YouTube as well. Definitely be supporting the guys we bring on here. We bring on the top of the top, and that's why we do it. So
appreciate
you as well. Playoffs analysts might get a little bit smaller next week, so we're hoping Chuck comes back. Spin Doc, I guess you technically have to come back since you're one of the 3 hosts. But I don't like.
Yeah, I suppose I'll be here.
Yeah, but one more thing, man. One more thing. Fuck Josh Allen. We ending that dude next week.
That's what I like to hear.
It's the easiest way to end it.
We on the same page. Peace.
Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. We're out.